Hey everyone, welcome to POPXP. And before the show starts, make sure to click that subscribe button and click the bell to get notifications when we go live and we upload awesome new content. And don't forget, if you can, make sure to share our stream on all your social media outlets. We appreciate it, and thanks for helping us grow the POPXP channel. What is going on, YouTube? It's the brain of the mainframe here, Niall Scala with POPXP, and joining me as always is Mr. Teen Sensation, Hektor, now in demand on Indiegogo, Mr. Billy motherfucking Tucci.
Yeah, dude. Well, I'm glad to just be talking to you. This is our first real POPXP show in what, 2 weeks or something?
Like 2 weeks, man. We've been so busy, Hektor closing out, coming to the end, other personal projects and things wrapping up. It's that year-end rush, man.
The year-end rush to get all the power
to get the hell out of 2020.
Yeah, get the hell out of it. Yeah,
pack it up and get the hell out of here, everyone.
Yeah,
let's make this year go away, and on to 2021. Hopefully, there's brighter, better things. But I have to say, man, it's great to be back on the normal swing of things. It's the week of Christmas.
What? Yeah, I know. Our house is a friggin' mess still from fulfillment. My house looks like Kickstarter all over my house. So tomorrow is a massive cleaning day. So I'm gonna when the show's over, I'm gonna go to bed and I'm gonna get up at I'm gonna get up at 5 and just finish a page I gotta do. Added a new cool new splash page to Hektor. So I want to draw that, and then I'm gonna get to cleaning, vacuuming and dusting and then decorating. Scholar.
Well, you'd be I just figured would you have your old Discman on, or a Walkman on? You're just dusting your house and hanging tinsel and little balls. You having balls in your hands and you're putting the balls around your house, Christmas balls. Where the heck did you go?
I have my old Discman.
Do you have your old Discman?
I just found it. You got to give me a second.
What?
Have our guest.
What?
That's crazy. You brought that up.
And as always, we get that Tucci disappearance.
That's what I do, man.
It's that shiny moment when that little butterfly comes by when you're about to get that most important bit of information.
Shit. I'll find it and I'll post it on the next show. The hell with it. Enough about me.
Enough about you. We've got a great guest tonight.
An amazing guest, and let's bring our amazing guest on.
Our amazing guest on, who's here
to end the year.
He's here to ruin our Christmas.
Yes.
He's here to ruin our Christmas. See that? Ruin Christmas.
Ruin Christmas. We got a bone to pick with him, don't we?
But then he may make it up because there might be something special in development.
Yeah. Ooh. But then there's a little
you never know
about our next guest. That he's very young, he's very handsome, he's very talented. Something must be done.
So much more hair than I do.
Yes.
Which is a strike right there. But what are you gonna do? Right?
Your new haircut does look good. I got a new haircut. How does my haircut look? All right.
Looks great, man. Looks great, I figure grow it here, lose it here, here. What are you gonna do? Hair.
I can't grow.
Speaking of hair,
let's
ruining our Christmas. Everyone, please welcome Sebastian A. Jones.
What's up, guys?
What's going on, man? Welcome to the show.
Thanks for having me. I appreciate it. I'm glad I was fluffing with my hair.
Did you tease it?
I did. I like to be a tease with my tinsel and tassel. What can I say? It's Christmas time.
It's Christmas time. Get it all together.
Excellent. So we should say Happy Christmas to you.
Yeah, happy Merry Easter and Happy Christmas and all that.
Yeah, but not so happy though, is it? Maybe
we're trying to
ruin it.
We're trying to, it's like when Grandma's like, "You're ruining Christmas." That's really what the spirit of this project is. It's we feel like the spirit of giving has been taken up the with a 10-inch Yule-log.
Mm-hmm. Indeed.
It is time to give back. We've given up on Santa, so he's given up on us. And that's kind of the spirit of the story.
Oh, wow.
It looks amazing. It looks beautiful. I mean, it really looks great.
Thank you.
And I know, can we look at the campaign? Well, let's get into you.
I want to get to know Sebastian a little bit, because I know our good, our mutual friend, Mr. Brian Polito.
The best man.
In our direction. He's awesome.
Yeah. He's my neighbor at San Diego Comic-Con. He's absolutely lovely lovely, lovely bloke. And shout out to Brian. I super appreciate, him connecting us, So yeah, he's amazing.
Very cool. So tell us about yourself. I mean, how did you get into comics? How did your journey start in all this?
Yeah, all the way from Surrey, England.
Oh, wow. You've done your research. I love that. So I moved here. I moved to America years ago. I'm 47. Yeah, when I was 18, I'm 47 now. So a long time ago. And during that kind of that scope, what's up, Ara? Hey, what's up, Lee? I know these folks. Lee's awesome.
We got Lee. Lee is one of our longtime pals, and of course Ara as well. Ara is the king of Armenia, and he's here. So, all right, Armenia.
Hello. Yeah. So I moved here a long time ago, and during that time, I was basically creating this fantasy world, very Lord of the Ringsy type world. And while I was playing D&D and running around with like live action role playing weapons.
Oh,
what? I just bust that out real quick. I was
props to that one.
I know the Thundercats theme song is playing in my head now.
No one's ever brought out a sword on our show already.
Sebastian O.
There's a few lurking around. There's a pike in the corner with a samurai helmet.
Oh wow!
Look at that. Are you from a descendant of pikeys?
I'm not one of the pikeys, although I do feel a bit gypsy-esque,
Hey, what's up, Jay?
Yeah, during that time, I ran a record label for a long time. I put out historical jazz and blues and old soul music. And then during that time, creating these stories in this fantasy world, this fictitious fantasy Lord of the Ringsy type world, after I wound the record label down, I had this idea for how to introduce a fantasy project with a kind of the feel of a Kurosawa spaghetti western type theme, and that was called The Untamed, A Sinner's Prayer. And I shopped it around to a few different publishers, and I decided to protect the vision. So I didn't want to start up another company again. I was like, fuck it, I just protect this. Here we go. So that was the origin of Stranger Comics back in 2007. And so we've been.
It's a great company name too, Stranger Comics.
Yeah, I like that.
Thank you. I couldn't believe we got that shit. I was like,
I agree. When I first saw it, I'm like, wow, there's never been a Stranger Comics before. That's crazy. That's a steal.
Right. Yeah. I got the .com too. What's going on here? Strange Tales,
Yeah.
And the hero of the Untamed is like the man with no name, the stranger. So it all kind of fit in nicely. And just been developing that world and kind of like a Marvel universe of fantasy without the budget. But very, very kind of each project has its own identity and self. So yeah, I'm very, very excited, and it's been a great journey. And all the way into development, we're at HBO in development, which is exciting for the world. And our main character is this lady named Niobe right here.
Oh yeah, look at her, man. I remember seeing that at Comic-Con. Stunning. So how did that come about? How does one get? Oh my God, look at that.
That's such a. Before we get into the Kickstarter, tell us a bit about it because it's absolutely gorgeous.
Thank you. Well, I appreciate it. Yeah, Niobe really was kind of germinated from the idea of I'm a mixed dude growing up in a small kind of white village. I'm kind of wanting to create a character that kind of reflected some of my vulnerabilities, I guess, and my ambitions and all these. I kind of romanticized about a character that could make this fantasy world a better place, but also not just on the surface. She's also reflects everybody's duality of spirit. Very Luke in the sense that you're going to go on the dark side of the Force, the light side of the Force, and so on. And so as I grew up, the world of Asunda I was creating kind of grew with me, and she grew up with me as well. But I wanted to not introduce her in kind of the obvious kind of like, big sweeping kind of tropes. I wanted to kind of bake her in this story of The Untamed, A Sinner's Prayer, which is named after Ray Charles's blues tune, Sinner's Prayer.
That's cool.
And that's a story about a man who's stuck in purgatory. And after 10 years, the devil comes along and says, I'll give you 7 days to reap the 7 souls that murdered you and your family. He says, well, sign me up. And he takes a drifter's return to a one-horse town in a huge world. And as his memory comes back in broken shards, he realizes he was a bad man and maybe he deserved to die, but now he's on a path to save his family. On his path of vengeance, he meets this little elven girl called Niobe. And she reminds him of how old his murdered daughter would have been, giving this man a second chance to be a good man or a father.
Right.
Like we all need, but he only has 7 days. The kicker is, what if she's one of the 7 souls he has to collect?
Oh,
shit.
And the devil set the whole thing up just to find her. So that becomes a story of, would you damn your family to save the world? Because if Niobe can stay alive in the Untamed, she grows up to become our Luke Skywalker.
Now, where does this take place?
It takes place in this make-believe world, my make-believe world of Asunda. So here is kind of like some of the Untamed right here. This is the hardcovers. So if you, I don't know if you can see that with the glare.
Yeah.
But you see there's the Untamed and there's the hand of the devil holding the stranger. And here is some of the
my God.
The artwork here. This is by Hyung Tek Nam, who's works on The Last of Us in concept art. This is by Peter Bergting. So you've got this kind of spaghetti western kind of feel, right? But it's fantasy. So it's very dark and brooding. And there's the world. There's the hero and there's the hand of the devil holding him.
Oh, wow.
So we spent a long time painting this. Well, I didn't paint it.
Oh, my God. Look at that book.
Holy smokes. So wait, all your panels are painted?
Yeah, all the panels in this one. I mean, they're digital paintings, but they're all painted. They took, Peter took a long time to paint this. So if you like spaghetti westerns or Kurosawa type boobies, and then here.
Yes, we all do.
Oh, we enjoy boobies.
Like all that, yeah. Kurosawa boobies.
Big fan of boobies.
Heck yes.
You know, spaghetti western.
Little boobies, big boobies. Different size boobies.
Now, have you submitted this to, like, say, the Eisner Awards?
You know, I never remember to do any of that shit.
Oh, my God. You got to do that. I mean, I haven't read it, but I'm just looking at it and the packaging as itself.
Thank you. Thank you, Candice. You can get it at strangercomics.com. Strangercomics.com. Anything. And so here's Niobe's spin-off tale, which is, here's the dust jacket of it. Like every kind of beautiful hardcover book that we do.
Who's your artist? Sorry to interrupt.
This beautiful rendered paintings by Hyung. The interiors of the Untamed is done by Peter Bergting, and Daryl May does all of the layouts. And then so we have.
Oh wow!
Damn.
So Niobe spins off. Niobe Shear's life is a Beauty and the Beast love story, threaded with murder and mystery that leads to war. Here, I'm going to tilt my screen a wee bit.
Yeah,
so
please.
It's a bit easier. About a young elven girl returning to her ancestors to find her faith. And you know what's crazy? Thanks, Lee. And here is kind of, we keep the same kind of symbolism. Like, here's Niobe, right? Falling, and there's the hand of the devil trying to reach her always, but there's the goddess of light protecting her. Kind of, so it's all very symbolism and shit, right? So this is a coming of age tale, and this is, if you guys ever see the Hunger Games, that movie?
Yeah.
First one. You remember the little black girl, Rue?
Yes.
So she and I write Niobe together.
Really?
Yeah, and this is crazy.
That is cool.
And this became the first in history nationally distributed comic with a black female author, artist, and hero.
This is exceptional.
So thank you so much.
I got to ask you a serious question, and I'm sure
That's incredible.
that is one of the most beautiful packages I've seen in comics, and it's especially with the dust jacket and everything. Like, how do you afford to make them? I mean, it must be huge. This book. I mean, it's stunning. If it's not, there's no justice in the world, and you have to submit this to the Eisner Awards.
That's so kind, bro. Yeah, thank you. Someone emailed me how I'm so shit when it comes to thinking about that kind of stuff. It never even crosses my mind like that kind of thing. But thank you. That's amazing. Thank you. I have six books of this. Here's another one. I just to show you. This is Dusu, Path of the Ancients, which is kind of like, here you go.
Oh, it's unbelievable. It's a two-sided. Look at that art. Now, what's the size of the books?
So the size of the book, so if here's a regular comic trade paperback size, here's our...
So it's like a European size?
It's oversized hardcover, so that's...
And it looks like is it comic size? Like just sized up? Like are the pages drawn comic?
Yeah, it's just sized up. So it's basically what I wanted to do, because I was a big fan of Taschen, the kind of books that they do. Mm-hmm. And I wanted to create something really kind of iconic Frazetta style artwork, and in each kind of region in the fantasy world is a different place. So this might be kind of like our West Africa with, in my world, it's kind of very anthropological in the sense that if you're an elf and you're from Africa, you're black. If you're from a different region, you're white, and so on. So we have the Scandinavian part of our world, like I'll show you in the trade. That's a trade paperback featuring Buxton Stonebeard, the dwarf, and each book has its own sense of style. And so this is a little bit more kind of in your traditional pencils, inks, and colors. So everything kind of works beautifully for what the story I feel is kind of meant to represent. Thanks, Justin. I appreciate that. Thank you. That's super sweet.
Unfortunately, I haven't read these.
No, we good.
I'll be honest. I'm not 100% familiar with it until you reached out to me and I started researching some of the books. I actually have seen your Kickstarter before.
Okay.
That you've had on tonight. I actually saw that just coming in through one of my feeds. But I mean, this is incredible stuff. I mean, you made it. This is a crazy world you've created.
And then he does ruining Christmas.
I like elves. I mean, what can I say? Just more elves,
But how long did it take to create this? Did this start all the way back in 2006? You said when you started Stranger Comics?
2000. I mean, the world since I was a kid, has been manifesting just being a super geek and playing a lot of D&D and LARPing, but really taking it seriously as far as wanting to create a beautiful universe that, I felt like, fantasy, thanks, Lloyd. I felt like fantasy was kind of like that 4-letter word a little bit in comics, and how to create fantasy that has stories that really were reflections of things that we would go through. Like the Untamed is about, a man's path of vengeance to redemption to salvation, and he finds it. It's a father and daughter story like Logan and, The Unforgiven and all those kind of wonderful old westerns. Yeah. And Niobe Shear's death, that spins off from Shear's life. This one, or the one that you can see right there, that's when Niobe grows up a little bit and she becomes a badass bounty hunter hunting down sex traffickers and slave traders. So it's this journey of like naivety and coming of age. And then I'll have Niobe Shear's spirit, and then we'll have Niobe Shear's God. Oh, wow. And we have Issessa, our vampire. She is our nemesis to Niobe, our vampire queen. And that the sword I was showing you is actually brand new. That's the Issessa sword. We have Niobe's sword too.
Wow, that's incredible. Now, some people in the chat are saying, "Man, these look like the art's so good. It looks like photographs." Are these based off of like photos that you guys are doing, or is this just paintings that?
No, these are paintings. Like the Niobe one that you see with the sword. That Hyung is a master painter.
Yeah, obviously.
Yeah,
I think I'm friends with him on.
But then you got Jay Lee covers as well.
Jay Lee, yeah, Jay Lee is amazing. You know what's crazy is, I'm gonna show you an image in a second. Oh, here we go. So you see that image right there? It looks like, we did that about a year before Black Panther came out, because what we wanted to do was show that symbolism, right, of Niobe when she's young. She's opening up her hands to receive the gift of life, essentially, faith. And as she gets older, she's like, well, that shit doesn't work. I've got to hit people over the head. Yeah. And then we'll have Niobe Shear's spirit, where she combines her faith and her fighting, and then we'll finish with Niobe Shear's God, where she'll bind nations against the hordes of the devil, her father, the Untamed.
Oh,
wow. That's great.
Comes back around.
Cool. Bro.
That's really cool. And you guys did an awesome homage cover.
Oh shit! Yay! Thank you. That's great. Yeah, no,
That's fun.
Thank you. Yeah, no, it's super fun. So we've had video game homage covers. So we've done really pretty well at conventions. We have cosplayers all around the world now. It's really humbling. So yeah, we just you guys have been in the game and a lot longer, I think. And when I was in the lab doing this shit, it literally was like, I haven't a fucking clue. Is this going to it's just it was a story. The Untamed was a story I needed to get out of my soul.
Yeah.
Being a dad and always wanting to say, what would I do with a second chance? And then, and really, really, thinking, could I be a better man? Could I be a better father? And what would it take to manifest that? And all those kind of things that we struggle with as we get older. And then in the innocence of light of this little girl in Niobe, can she bring this out of this man? And then the irony is, as he realizes he's got to teach her how to kill, she is teaching him humanity, which is
good, nice, very, very nice. Yeah,
ultimately what he needs to be reunited with his family.
Yeah.
And the other irony is the devil says to the stranger, at any point you kill this girl, I'll reunite you like this. So it's this wonderful kind of pressure cooker situation after they leave this one horse town story. And then we go and explore the world with them, through their lens.
That's incredible.
Sounds brilliant.
It's freaking incredible.
Oh my God, I'm so excited. Holy crap.
Thank you. I appreciate it. Yeah, it's been a fun journey. It's been, very, being indie as fuck. It is a journey. It's a lot of conventions, a lot of hustle, a lot of hard work.
Oh yeah. Now Stranger Comics is you?
Yeah, I'm the dude, I guess, with a few other folks, amazing folks. Yeah.
So how do you find it splitting your time? I'm a self-publisher. Niall is a budding. His book comes out in a few months. How do you juggle the creative and the business? Because you got to be a businessman, and then you're dealing, like I said, with paper, with printers, and with colorists, separations, all that, prep work, all that shipping, all that jazz. What's your day like that you actually do set aside blocks, or is it you just?
What I try and do, although I failed miserably in the last few months with the with getting ready for the Ruining Christmas Kickstarter, is I try and do get up in the morning and spend a certain amount of time allocated for writing. And just because otherwise I feel guilty if I don't get some of that shit just off my lips, and then it's a shitload of admin, day-to-day company work, promotion, and the pivot with COVID now, now we're online and how to manifest all that kind of stuff. A little bit, yeah. And so how do you? This pivot has been taking up an absolute mammoth amount of my time. Yeah. And my son lives in Oregon. So usually I go to Oregon once a month for a good week to be dad.
Yeah.
And without that, I've had to go, okay, be diligent with the amount of focus on streamlining the business. And also, as you know, how to maintain that relationship with the fans who become like a family.
Yeah, they do. They really do, right? They become, and some of them become like your best friends.
Yeah.
It's amazing that the love of through this medium that we have of this lifelong friendships, and how they say sometimes they may like, oh, your book changed my life or something like. Oh, you guys have changed our lives.
Yeah, it's humbling. Like Lee just popped on. Yeah, 2014 I believe too and he's backed every one of our Kickstarters as well. And
well, I'm upset that we haven't hung out at these shows then. Now, do you drink? If I may, do you drink?
I drink a lot of tea. Do you know this? Do you know, just a funny segue, do you know the tea PG Tips?
No, I don't.
Okay, it's a British tea, right? And I did this really naughty thing. Now I'm going to show another side of me. PG Tips is the most common kind of tea in England. So I did this thing for Ruining Christmas called RC Just the Tips. So we did a lot of kind of homaging some tea brands in England, and now I'm in America. No one gets it. I'm like, fuck it, whatever. It's hilarious, Yeah. So when you drink PG Tips or you want to get your Christmas on, you never forget your first kiss, guys. Okay, so this is one of our merch for ruining Christmas.
Oh, that is awesome.
Yeah. No. Well, do you hang out? Because I want to hang out. I want to hang out with you. You see, you got to ask. Like we'll get like a little thing we call like a little Isaac Con for my brother Isaac, and we all drink scotch and smoke cigars. Some guys smoke cigarettes. Some guys smoke pipes, and we just get together and hang out and lie to each other. It's awesome.
Sometimes, dude, I'd love to share some lies.
It's great. It's great. It's just great. Now, okay, speaking of that, your first kiss. Who was your first kiss, Sebastian?
Whoa, my first. Okay. Oh my God, my first kiss was with a girl named Charlotte King.
Oh, Charlotte.
And let me tell you how cheesy this was. I was a very late bloomer. I was 16, and we were at a ball, right? Tuxedo and all that kind of shit. And my friends, I think half of them had already made out with her at some point. And and this song comes on, and it's from a Coca-Cola commercial, an American one. I'm in England, and the song is, what time is this? Electricity, something like our very first kiss. And I remember the line is coming.
Yes.
Absolute sweats, like, oh shit, I'm gonna have to kiss this girl.
Yes.
On the same line as it comes on. All my friends watching. Terrible. It's terrible. It was the first night too. I had drank because my friends had spiked my drink.
Oh yeah.
And I had a date the following day, and I threw up all over her parents' tennis court.
Oh, did you kiss her too, though? At least.
Not right away, but later on.
That's wonderful. How about you, Niall? Who's your first kiss?
My first kiss. Her name was Sarah.
Oh, Sarah. Yes.
How was Sarah? Tell me about Sarah. Shit.
Fantastic. Wonderful person. There's nothing special about it. As far as a fun, crazy story, it was just typical, kids hanging out, summertime, and next thing you know, it went down.
How old were you?
What's that?
How old were you?
I was 15?
You're 15? Yeah,
15. I was about the same age as you, 15, 16.
That was
no. That was like my first makeout section.
Okay, same.
My first kiss, kissing a chick on the lips, was probably 5th or 6th grade.
Yeah,
I was 10 or 11, but my first let's make out and touch stuff. Yeah.
I felt like it was like the longest 6 seconds of my life. I couldn't wait for it to be over.
Yeah.
I was in a tux, what can I say?
What can you say? Yeah.
Man.
You're like James Bond.
What about you, Billy? What about you?
Oh, the same. My first, Christine Taylor in 5th grade behind Ellen Fitzsimmons' dad's boat. And then my first, like I said, same makeout session was with a girl named Diana from Cherry Hill, New Jersey. I met her on a ski trip, like a junior high ski trip or whatever it was, high school ski trip. And she was beautiful. Both of them are beautiful girls. But yeah, that was fun. Yeah. Oh, look at that. There you go.
Oh, Candice, thank you. Yeah, of course. There should be an option, but you know what, my love? Send me slide into my DMs, as they say, and send me a message, and I'll put it on the notes to sign that stuff for you. Thank you. And if you are interested,
on Twitter, do you want her to do that on Twitter, or is there?
You know what? Twitter, Instagram, whatever is easy for Candice. I'm the CEO and the production assistant, so whatever you want to send me at Stranger Comics, send me a DM, and I'll put it on the notes. And just so you're aware, on the website we have something called bundle deals, like. If you buy, not you have to buy everything, but buy 5, get a book for free, all that kind of good stuff. And I can send you the suggested reading order after the Untamed. There it is. Look at that, bundle deal. So those are some of the single issues, and the hardcovers are the very bottom.
You know, I gotta say, Billy, you asking that question, I was like thinking in my head, should I say the real name?
I know. I felt the same way.
It almost like I didn't say the last name.
Well, the girl I first made out with, Diana, I don't remember her last name, but she was from Cherry Hill, New Jersey.
How do you remember? That's weird.
Because I found like Cherry Hill, New Jersey. So we met at it's funny when you're from New York and you know how it's like Jersey. Oh my God, you're from New Jersey. Yeah, we would make fun of New Jersey. I don't know. It was just a thing, and I just remember Cherry Hill, New Jersey.
Cherry Hill, though, sounds like the perfect first place for a kiss. Cherry Hill.
Well, we weren't. Yeah, we weren't.
Like a Ben and Jerry's ice cream.
Romantic. We were.
I had a pint of Cherry Hill tonight. Yeah, you did. Oh, without a spoon. If you get that. Anyway.
Well, you could spoon.
With some spooning. Could be some spooning later.
Yeah.
Yes,
yeah. That's what I meant. That's what I meant. Yeah, spooning.
Of course.
But let's dive in.
Yes.
To ruining some Christmas, man. Let's check this out.
Good Lord help me.
So this is crazy. You're almost up to 500 backers. You have 4 days to go. You broke that 30K mark, which is awesome. What I'm going to do before we get into it, we'll play. It's pretty funny. We'll play your campaign video.
Oh, shit. Awesome. Thank you.
Merry Christmas, my sweet cherubs. The question is, have you been naughty or have you been nice? The elves have taken a liking to you. My helpers at Stranger Comics are bringing you a tale that will rattle your tinsel and carve your soul with a peppermint shiv. So get your mittens on their latest cape.
Peppermint shiv.
Ruin Christmas.
What's up, Stranger Family? You are used to us bringing you comics on heroic elves of fantasy. So staying on brand, if not theme, we're really excited to share with you this new franchise, Ruining Christmas. Now, you might have seen us running around at a con back in the days, so we've actually been in the lab with this for quite some time. Only this story is just a wee bit different. Daryl?
Delicious. Christmas is in the toilet. And our heroes, Gimblestop and Kuznetskova Jr., have just had the beaten out of them by little Joey Higgins, the rottenest kid in all the land. Now that he's taken the hat, what will they do? Santa Claus has lost the source of all his Christmas magic, and they may have to recruit the great and legendary Red Robe to restore peace and good cheer across the snow globe.
I love being part of a franchise that's irreverent, wild, and weird. But underneath this first seemingly simple story is a message that sheds light on the Untitled. This is going to hurt some folks.
Indeed. This roller coaster romp will leave you gagging on mistletoe, milk, and cookies in all your squishy places. This is not what it is, and definitely not for Karens. But it's safe. COVID's safe. So don't wait for Santa. Look below and get the tea. This year, you get to stick what's in your stocking.
This is the first issue of a story that's meant to remind folks really about what the spirit of giving is all about. So, pledge below and spread some cheer. We appreciate you. We love you. Merry Christmas and Happy New Year. God.
That's awesome. Mario Kart.
Yeah, we've got the Mario Kart homage in there. Had to do it. We do like a Niobe Legend of Zelda homage and a Dusu Altered Beast homage too.
I love your logo too, though.
Yeah,
can you rewind that, Niall, a little bit?
Yeah, let me play it. Let me play it again. Thanks. Yeah, I just stopped.
Oh yeah, it's right at the very end. The logo.
Now it's not working, Billy. You just cursed it.
Yeah, I'm wearing the T-shirt of it.
Yeah, but I just love that. I mean, look at that.
That is cool.
Now, how'd you make that? Sorry, I'm just curious. These things that I see that I find so smart, so interesting.
I appreciate it. I know people smarter than me. I'm like, I want to be in. I want to, and we have stranger kids, so I put my son in the letter R. With wearing the same suit with a hat. I wanted something iconic and simple and classic, and it just felt like, it was timeless. That's the shit that we always try and do too, is just create things that feel timeless, or whatever it is. It's got to have its own sense of identity and be uncompromising with its vision. So even this was fun for our Niobe fans, just to do a fun, fun crossover that Eli did. And then we've got Virgin covers of like,
that's beautiful.
Yeah, no, I found this amazing artist out of Germany, Iga, who does incredible, beautiful concept art for video games, and just to really show different extreme, contrasts. So yeah, instead of stretch goals, of course, we've got the stocking goals.
Well, heck yeah, let's get to 35. Let's bust 40 for Christmas. Come on.
I would love that. I'd love that.
The world needs this book.
Well, I mean, this is the kind of the pitch.
Christmas needs this book.
It does. It does. Here's our Usual Suspects homage.
So tell us a bit about, as I scroll down, I mean, tell us a bit about the story. Can you give us kind of a bit of a synopsis?
Absolutely. So basically what I'll say, here's a funny little, you know what, you should click on that.
You want to play this video?
Yeah, it's really goofy.
Don't listen to these gnomes. We are the star of the show. Hello, world. You out there? 'Tis the season of giving, my dear cherubs, so pony up or you'll end up on the naughty list.
You thought about
Of course, bruv. It's Christmas.
People don't believe in Christmas anymore, Gimbal. They're filtered us out with apps and apathy. The whole world's become one rotten petty pie, indulgent and entitled, and the sweet spirit of giving is getting ruined by a peppermint fizz.
What my brother's trying to say, is don't be a dingleberry. Get your mittens on this comic and read how we saved the world and restored peace and love across the snow globe.
Join the Ruining Christmas Kickstarter sleigh ride.
so basically the story is, it's about, you're good. It's about two idiot Christmas elves. They get the shit beaten out of them by the rottenest kid in all the land, and they lose Santa's hat, the source of all Christmas magic. And they have to go on a buddy mission to get it back with the help of the Red Rogue. Now, what we essentially realized was, kids have become entitled, parents have apathy. And we really wanted to kind of, really take a stab at that, but bring folks in with the absolute, the absolute kind of absurdity of ruining Christmas, to basically say, okay, we've given up on Santa, he's given up on us, so he's become like a waster, a complete meth addict. And it's up to Gimel and Coos now to basically go around the world, and we've created this thing called cheer gas. So the elves literally they look up the naughty list, they mace kids in the face with cheer gas to power up just enough love to get us through the holidays. Because we don't love unconditionally anymore. We're like, we need this fucking phony shit. Hitler was the last kid to get a lump of coal. And FDR and Churchill go to Santa, knock that shit off. So we enter the nuclear age. Santa puts his elves to work in the factory to create cheer gas to go around and mace kids but now kids have become immune. So our heroes miss little Joey Canuggins, this rotten toe rag. There he is wielding the dead cat. And he just beats the fuck out of them, and he steals Santa's hat. And now with that, he can now control potentially the world. And so it's a buddy mission to get it back. And so what we've kind of created is, and the Red Rogue was like the chick that actually killed Hitler with Captain Christmas, and her main nemesis is Jolly Holly, who's like Poison Ivy, but with Holly. I mean, it's a very big universe. And Frosty the Snowman, he's your Willy Wonka of the pole, selling these merch. and he's like a prohibition gangster that if you smoke a bong and you don't look into the mirror and say Candyman, that kind of thing. If you smoke a bong and invoke Frosty, he might appear. And his rival is Big Love, this little black gnome. So he's like the Slugworth to the Willy Wonka. So he's got his own merchandise brands.
Oh, nice.
So he's actually got a bigger condom than Frosty.
You need a B written out.
So Frosty's frostbite condom is sensitive, chilling if you need it numb. Big Love's is just for the little bit a bit bigger love in you,
That's
So
awesome.
you've got the snowmen versus like the Jets and the Sharks. You got the snowmen and the gnomes. fighting for power at the poll, you know? I mean, it's absurd. It's absolutely fucking absurd.
Oh, it's brilliant. Now tell us about your creative team too.
So amazing team. Daryl May is my partner on pretty much everything that I've done with every kid's book and every comic book. And that's Daryl right there with the other mistletoe mask on. And he does all the layouts and concept. He's a fucking genius. And Eli Hicks, we found this cat out of Los Angeles. And I, like Ashley with Niobe, I really love putting people who have massive talents and giving them the forefront of the spotlight. So Eli Hicks is amazing. Joshua Kozine is our editor-in-chief. He's been with me since the get-go. These are our hip-hop homages. I've done hip-hop homages for Niobe too, for like Tribe Called Quest and Notorious B.I.G. They do really, really well. And that's a buddy of mine, Rick, who's a master oil painter out of Los Angeles. So this was my take on, instead of Bad Santa, this is Worse Santa.
Yeah.
It's almost like the movie, was it Fat Man? Did you guys see that?
Right, yeah, that's right. And then this is actually an Eisner winner, the next guy, John Jennings. He does the stuff on Octavia Butler.
Oh, nice.
So that was like Kitty Pryde, Shadowcat.
Yeah.
Elf. This one is called Snowcat. She can phase in and out of the snow. We have a Lovecraft Country homage because with Ruining Russell Nolte, he's another brilliant creator. So we're doing a fun little crossover piece of content. We like the idea of they can't figure out how to spell Cthulhu on the naughty list. Because he has a book called Cthulhu is Hard to Spell. Of course, we have Jay Lee doing amazing variants and inks and so on.
Oh, that's a Jay Lee cover.
Yeah, how'd you hook up with Jay?
Jay, boy, maybe at a con. These are hilarious ads too. For check out the Intimate Undies ad. It's really, really silly.
Oh, sure.
Comes in two flavors: scented and odorless, waxed, woody. Everyone wins. You know, it's the address is Camel
Chonies.
Yeah, it's super fun. Super silly. But you know, the one thing that we also this is obviously a variant of the All Hell Little Joey, and the team is a little bit below. Yasmin Joyner, who from Axe Cop, she did the animation, and keep scrolling down, you'll see us as all as kids. It's really silly.
That's great.
That's awesome.
So I mean, what we really try and do is really, you know, show layers within the absurdity of the story, that it really does still come back to the concept of what giving is, you know, and where we're at, and everyone's so fucking polarized. And I think the seriousness is we've also forgotten, you know, like, I mean, the other shit I do, you can tell, like the Untamed, it's really heavy and serious shit, but I also don't want to lose, like, I want to be able to laugh at myself and laugh and just be free with it, you know?
Yeah.
And so this has been in the making also for 10 years.
Oh, wow.
It's a big world.
Now, with your Kickstarter campaigns, do you ever, once they're done, transfer over to Indiegogo for their in-demand service?
You know what, bro? I just had an email from them. I've only ever just gone over to BackerKit. So yeah, tell me if you recommend, please.
Oh, yeah, absolutely, because you can have a whole new campaign. Because what there is, believe it or not, is that you have people that that are exclusively Indiegogo and people that just shop exclusively on Kickstarter. You do, and be it for one reason or another, a lot of people that we've gotten emails from is that they're just comfortable. They're already set up with one platform.
Right.
That's what they want. You know, that's what they shop. But with Indiegogo, so now you have your Kickstarter campaign. It can end. You can go immediately into Indiegogo, and then you can also link your Kickstarter to your Indiegogo campaign. Do another 30-day campaign. Give it a whole new, fresh audience. If you want to come back on show with us, we'd love to have you.
Thank you.
And then it goes in demand. And if now you want to explain what that is. No?
What?
Here? I'll do it. So then it can go into in demand. So once your campaign's over, you can do up to like a 60-day campaign on Indiegogo. So you can have a big, longer campaign. Then once your campaign ends, you go into it's like a store mode called in demand. And then be in that demand all while you're fulfilling, while you're getting the books printed, finishing up the project, and you could continually send update. Basically, it keeps your campaign alive for as long as you want.
Wow.
So even
as long as you're selling books.
As long as you're selling books.
If you do a Kickstarter though, Billy, when you transfer over, it's not a new campaign. You transfer to in demand.
No, you send a link to the Indiegogo. Like once your Kickstarter ends, it says follow us, follow up on us, and you can link anything.
Sure.
Link Indiegogo.
Oh yeah, if you do a new campaign on there, or you can transfer from Kickstarter and use that as your.
Oh, you
campaign.
can. Oh, I didn't know
That's
that.
what you typically do. Most people, when they transfer over, it'll say, it was fulfilled on Kickstarter and made this much amount of money, and now it's in demand on here. So it's like having your online store. Because, like for instance, like Candace, who's a great fan of the show, great supporter. I believe she actually, purchased something off your site, but she, I'll back on Indiegogo for sure. Won't shop on Kickstarter.
Oh, snap.
And it's just, people have, different, opinions on each thing, plus brand loyalty and stuff like that, but, everyone has their opinions on who they prefer to give their money to and whatnot. So it's something to look into, definitely something to look into.
Thank you. That's super helpful. That's super
and that's great with the going into now. So you can, like Niall just said, you can either say now it's in demand on Indiegogo, and everyone who backed it can go into demand, because you can add another perk, you can keep your stretch goals going, that sort of thing, and get that whole new Indiegogo audience, or you can even launch a whole new campaign.
You could do that too. You can just solely relaunch Ruining Christmas or any of your books right on Indiegogo. I mean, it's pretty much all the same principles, right? It's just one has stuff, and what's interesting too is like Kickstarter is starting to adapt some of those things. So like now you can do add-ons. You couldn't do that before. You could always do that with Indiegogo. But now what's happening is a lot of comic creators are going, well, Kickstarter, you're great, but I can have add-on features.
Right.
It can remind people to check other things out while they're checking out. Oh, wait, my book's not done yet. My campaign's over, but I can go in demand because I met my goal. Now you have to meet your goal to go in demand. That's the stipulation of it. But what's great is Kickstarter, if your book's not done and you need those funds to create your book, you stop at 30 days or whatever you set it at, and you're not making any more money. Sure. Indiegogo lets you go in demand, and you set your perks for in demand. So maybe when you're live with a 30-day campaign, there's certain things they can only get within those 30 days. And then you do like your store. But while you're still making your book, if you're that level of a self-publisher, then you can keep making money while your book is still being made. And then, it kind of helps you grow. It's definitely for comic book creators, publishers, things like that. I really think Indiegogo has the far superior setup, but brand recognition, Kickstarter tends to get looked at differently, just because they've also in the past just had some way bigger, well-publicized campaigns that, obviously may not even be comic book related, but, other huge, massive projects that Indiegogo didn't get, even though Indiegogo is actually been around longer.
Interesting. Do you guys fuck with Kickstarter at all, or you go straight to Indiegogo?
Both.
You do both?
Yeah, I do both. I did Indiegogo exclusively for 30 days, and now for our new book, Hektor, it's now in demand. But I had over 1,000 backers on Kickstarter.
Right.
So we're launching on Kickstarter with an exclusive edition. So it's something different for the Kickstarter fans. And, we're supposed to launch today, but my wife and I were like, let's enjoy Christmas. So we're launching on Kickstarter on January 4th.
This is actually, so there's many reasons we can get all political, right, about Kickstarter, Indiegogo, but this is actually the biggest reason why people say they like Indiegogo better is it takes their money right away.
Right.
It takes their money right away. They don't have to wait for a certain amount of time. So, they don't have to worry about, maybe spending money they technically don't have. And a lot of people just like the fact that, look, I backed you, you took my money, I'm done.
Right.
There's no coming back to, hey, you need to do this, you need to do that.
Because you can forget. With Kickstarter, you forget. You don't fill out the survey or something like that, and then you're like, oh my God, what happened? Did I miss this project? But with Indiegogo, you could lock back your backers' numbers in immediately.
Right.
And they're locked in. So it's good. So it helps with returns that it nullifies any returns. But again, you're going to reach a whole new audience.
That's fantastic. This is awesome. Thank you.
It's
super helpful.
It's
Brian's been doing it with Lady Death. Lady Death is on there, and he's trying to get her out to that audience as well.
Yeah. Okay. God, good for him, man. Yeah, he's such a stud. Yeah, because usually with Niobe we have a pretty well established audience with Niobe, so I was nervous with Ruining Christmas, and we had just fulfilled our last kick. And I basically usually I'm like, I like to like slow burn and really lead up to a kick with like a month or two, and this was like a couple of weeks, and I'm like, I don't want to push Ruining Christmas a whole another year, and so I was a bit apprehensive with our fans are like, oh, you're just you have candy? Oh, candy canes. I mean, there you go. So and also just our audience is always just expecting, Niobe and the kind of vision of Niobe, what it is. And I had people going like, wait, what's this Christmas shit? I don't, this is too naughty or whatever, perverted or whatever the, the rub is. Or
we call it fun, don't we, Niall?
There he is.
Naughty.
But even just people saying like, does that mean you're not doing Niobe anymore? And I'm like, no, I like sex and sandwiches. I mean, like I can do two different things, right? It's but people want to put you in a bit of a box. So it's been I'm honestly really happy with where it's at for the brand new title. Is so different to what people are expecting from us.
Yeah. I love that. I love creators that have just massively amazing universes, world books out there, and that they can turn around and have something fun. Because that just tells you, they know how to have fun.
Yeah, it's something a bit of a fucking giggle,
I mean, like going through fantasy stories and worlds and elves and having serious dialogue and stuff is great. Right. But sometimes, I want to see some poop. I
tell you what you guys could do if you want. There's a sample page there. The whole trick is you have to read it with a British accent.
Oh.
All right, let's do it, Niall. I'll be one of the characters. How many characters are speaking on the page?
Just two, Gimble and Coos.
All right, and what? Where from England? No.
So one Coos, the white one with blonde hair. He's a bit more posh, a bit more like this. Hello, and then Gimble's a bit more like this, just a bit more cockney.
All right, you can do better accents than me now, so I'll do the posh guy.
The posh. Well, what are we reading off of?
Scroll down. Keep going.
The one with the little lisp.
Yeah, there you go. Keep going.
Little lisp, Billy, because sometimes I get scared.
Keep going. Keep going. There you go.
That one.
If you can read that, it's not too small for you.
I'll read.
Who's who? Here we go.
Who's who?
You can go from that if you want to.
It's funny because my monitors are so far apart. I'm gonna have to get like really close to read everything.
There is a link too. It can take you to a link if you keep scrolling down. I think there's a button that takes you to. There you go.
Click here to read the full.
All right, let me get the cheeky comic caper. All right, hang on.
See if that makes a bean of difference. I haven't a fucking clue.
All right, and who's who? Who speaks first?
The black. If you're the more cockney one, Niall.
Santa Claus. What a bastard. Got me freezing my chestnuts off.
What?
What? I'm reading, bro. You got to read.
No. Let.
What are we doing? Are we reading? What's going on?
Sebastian, you read the caption box, and then who says him? The posh guy or the other?
Right here, bro. Oh, you're going. Which one are you going?
Go there. I'm going. Oh, okay.
You got to go down one, bro.
All right. I'll get the other one. All right. Here we go. All right. Okay, Niall.
I just did it. It's your turn.
Do it again.
Santa Claus, what a bastard. Got me freezing my chestnuts off.
All right.
Your one stripe short.
I'll do it. Your one stripe.
Man hat.
I'll do it. Fuck all. Oh, Jenkins says, you're one stripe short. You're one stripe short for stealing the big man's hat. The source of all Christmas power. Good. Now.
Settle down, Coles. We'll save Christmas and be back in time for Coles and Cocoa. Don't you worry.
You hear about what happened to Federico in his first mission? went against a real bruiser. You know, the lads who sport the gold leaf form-fitting VTs and grapple candy apples like snowballs.
Cause a ginger?
Not him. Not him.
Oh, that one.
Are you joking?
You're a bit snowflake if you ask me.
So if you take it from, it's really fucking good. Go to the.
All right, hang on now. Let's go. Hang on, let me scroll down. All right, now.
You've got a hard one here. Good Lord.
So this is a long one, Billy.
All right, ready? Here we go. Yeah, I know.
Well, then you kind of have to do the first part, then I think I have to go in, and then you got to finish. No.
All right, here we go. So now Freddie's testifies are nothing more than icy cubes for Nick to suck on with his dirty martini. Word is, he's to be soprano for tonight's tidings, which really chafes my U-log as much as I feel for him. And you do know what I mean, frosting soprano. I do. Oh shit.
Yo, bro, come on.
I know. I feel for. I'm reading.
I'll
I'll do it again. My U-log. As much as I feel for him, I do. I'm the frosty soprano.
You need a list, bro. You gotta get a little list.
Oh, that's right. He's got. All right, I'll do
Come
it.
on, man.
I know. I'll do it now. I got it. All right, ready? Here we go.
He's to be
I'll do it. I'll do it. Let me. So, Freddie testifies.
Testes. He's talking about testicles.
Bro.
So Freddie's testing nothing more than icy cubes for Nick to suck on with his dirty martini. Word is, he's to be soprano for tonight's tidings, which really takes my U-log. As much as I feel for him, and I do, I'm the frosty soprano.
You can always sing to me, bro.
Gimbal, that's him.
Hello, so you okay?
You've lost the artwork. It's disappeared.
What's the frosty doing?
Cherry bombs. Kids love that shit.
You clearly missed it. You clearly missed the Don't Talk to Strangers training. Was it laced?
Of course, it's Christmas.
You say you've been good all year. Collect your reward here. Oh, your reward here. I should have had a little what it's call off in there with the list.
Well, then, what did I do? Hey, it's Christmas, you dumb bloody fool.
I got him in the building. Could be disguise. Hang on. The Queen's English, are we? Yeah.
Niall and Billy should do a video segment of them reading comics together. It's gold.
Horrible.
Quality entertainment right here. Billy has the best British accent next to Kevin Costner. Niall needs to sing Chim Chimney Chim Chim Tree in the next Mary Poppins remake. Chimney sweeps across the rooftops of London.
Well then.
I think I could do a better
Christmas story reading, Jen.
English accent.
Well, I like this one. I would totally do voiceover work for Pixar.
You totally would, Niall. We would. You could do every name. You could do every type of accent, but you can't do.
Right. I was like, you can do all these freaking different voices. He can do anything he wants, Billy. He can do any voice he wants, but he can't say my fucking name right.
Wife. I don't know if you can see the screen has got kind of like a blue window screen on my.
Yeah, I had to move this down so I could read it better because
gotcha.
I've got multiple monitors. Some are way up here, some are down here, some are down here.
Oh, we keep reading our comic.
Well, I don't know where you went, bro. I was in it. I was in it to win it.
Honestly,
mine ended. Did you click a button? Mine ended.
I didn't touch your computer.
Oh no, it ended. My story ended.
Oh, because I'm on something. You were reading off of the
click here. Okay. Oh, click here to read the preview.
Yeah.
All right, let's do it. There we go. All right, Niall.
I need to pick up here.
Okay, go ahead.
On this page. It's your dialogue right here.
Hang on. Where'd stream you go? Hang on. Okay. All right, there I am. All right. Yeah. All right. See, I don't know. Where the hell is it? I gotta hit. Hang on. Dang it. Give me a second. I'll click it.
That was nice.
Here we go. All right. All right, Niall, you ready?
I'm ready, Chief.
You're ready. All right. Now I've got a list.
You got to get your
So, stay. We'll just have to blast them.
All right then. Black cheer gas.
All right, Sebastian, you do this one.
This is going to hurt, dwarf.
Hey, that's racist.
Because they're elves, you know.
How long you reckon?
Couple of weeks tops.
Whose dialogue is that?
Kids are getting resistant.
Kids are getting okay.
Well, as long as it gets us through the holiday, eh, cuz? Where's the hat?
In your pocket. Stop pulling my tassel.
It's your line, Sebastian.
Oh, fuck, it's me. You mean this hat?
St. Crosby! We are forced to dead elves!
Merry Christmas, fuckers.
All right, get Sebastian.
Oh, fuck me. I can't see that small.
You right.
I have to
You gotta read it. Now you gotta read it.
Before Christmas, and do you know who was stirring about and not all snugly in bed? Elves. Working overtime so your apathetic arse can get the latest high-tech. Yet it's so hard to read in red in this. Yesterday's news, because let's face it, the spirit of giving has been taking it from a 10-inch Yule log. Ooh, that hurt. For some time now, but it's this tale, this magical tale of love and hope that'll change all that. So if you're still reading and want to hop on the sleigh ride to a better tomorrow, let me set the stage. Dear chums, welcome to the pole. If your favourite bank-breaking fantasy amusement park added strip clubs and pubs, this would be it. The factory. 1,000 little elves in their little elf boaties attending to your greatest wishes and desires. No doubt written to Santa with the greatest of entitlement. Every human's fantasy, a jolly prison labour camp. I hope you enjoy.
Well done. Well done. Now just
thank you. That's hilarious. Thank you.
Oh, that was great. Hey, man, this is a great campaign. This is great. I think you're fantastic. You got to go in demand and you got to come back on.
Awesome. Thank you, guys. I appreciate it massively.
How many pages is this? Did we even get?
This is going to be a doozy. We've got 32 story pages plus 8, so it'll be 40 pages of story content.
Nice.
Will it be a hardcover like your other books, or how is it?
Eventually, we're going to have we don't like it soft here, we like it hard. So yeah, we'll go fucking like oversized hardcover, mate. You know, like hit people over the head. It'll be a weapon. It'll be a backup weapon. Stick it in your stocking and knock someone about with it. You know.
Very cool. Well, hey guys, you know what? We love doing this. I mean, let's support our indie creators out there if you can. 'Tis the season ruining Christmas. This thing so far seems hilarious. Share it on your social media, on your Twitter, your Facebook, your Instagram, whatever you use, and help spread the word of ruining Christmas. There's 4 days left. Try to help them smash that 40K goal. All right. We've got 4 days left. What, 4 days till Christmas? Is this going to end on?
It's going to end on Christmas Day. Yeah. And I'll be doing. Yeah, I know.
Christmas Day in the morning.
Christmas Day, mate. Open up your stockings. Find out what's in there.
And this is the season, giving season. So
here, I'll show you a little sneak peek if you want something really fun.
Oh, cool. Let's pull this up.
So this is in Austria, 1896. Whoops, there we go. And this little kid comes down the steps. He reaches into his stocking. He's all happy, has a sniffle down here. Drops the stocking, leaves a smudge right there. That's how Hitler was born.
That is awesome. Oh my God, who thought of that?
We have some. I think it was a heady mix of me and Daryl and a buddy of mine.
That is genius. That is genius. Wife's a sniffle. Got that chart, from the coal.
Yeah, and then
that is awesome. That is freaking awesome.
So Santa is essentially responsible for the demise of the world.
Wow.
So cool, man. This was great, man. I'm so happy to have you on the show. Great way to kick off the week. And please come back on again. You just want to hang out, co-host. Whatever, man. That would be great.
Next time you'll get my American accent. It is going to be terrible.
We're going to make you do an American accent.
I'll sound a bit Icelandic. It's terrible.
Awesome, man. So, hey, everyone, get out there, check out Ruining Christmas. Also, head on over to his website. They've got some great stuff, strangercomics.com. We'll pop that up one more time. Head on over.
Follow Stranger Comics. If you guys like Candace or any of the new folks that popped in and said hello, stay in touch. Just follow us at Stranger Comics on social media. And I'll be doing, I pop on a few Instagram lives and those types of things and talk a lot of shit and have a lot of fun.
All right, we love talking shit, don't we?
What else, before we go, what else do you have in the works? Any other books that you can talk about? Any other developments that you can talk about?
We're definitely going to be doing a new Niobe series when Niobe is a young lady, which is about 8. If you can imagine, Luke is on the run with Yoda. Mm-hmm. Luke was about 8, and literally they have a limit. Is she going to make? Is Dura, the wise Yoda, going to make it? She's going to impart all this wisdom in a short space in time while they're on the run. And at the same token, at the end of it, does Dura think Niobe would turn to the dark or the light side? So she also presents another threat. So it's this real pressure cooker on the run type, Yoda and Luke type vibe. So I'm really excited about it. And the art for it already is ridiculous. And I do a lot of kids books too. I'll be doing some more kids books, more fairy tale stuff. So just a wide array of expressing my shit,
Very cool, man. Cool.
Exceptional.
Thank you, guys. Thank you. And then I'll make sure to, back and support your Indiegogo as well. I mean, super awesome,
Yeah, well, that's what we're all here for. We're Niall and I are down with OPP, man. Other people's projects.
Perfect.
Oh, I thought it meant something else.
Yeah, other people's projects, bro.
I haven't been down with that in a long time, but hey,
like we do. Like speaking of hip hop, those are Biggie Smalls, if you remember.
Yeah, sure. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Nice.
I had that cassette.
We have a Tribe Called Quest one and the mom cosplayer actually cosplays from the Tribe Called Quest cover too. So we do a lot of really kind of clean, beautiful kind of hip hop homages as well, and all sorts of crazy stuff.
Very cool, man. Very cool. All right, everyone. Hey, we hope you all have a great night. It's 3 a.m. for some of you out there. Yep, it's time for you to get to bed. But Sebastian, man, thanks for coming on. Thanks for reaching out. I'm so glad that Polito, introduced us all for one night. Lovely reading. Next time we have to do it with a bit of tea.
Yeah, see, now you have to come to San Diego next year.
We'll do it, bro. Yeah, I don't mind.
We'll get a room Saturday night Greek dinner if you're open. We have a great time.
That sounds amazing.
All right, very cool. All right, everyone. Have yourselves a wonderful night. Sebastian, thank you so much. If we don't talk to you before then, have a happy holiday. Happy Christmas. And everyone, thank you so much for tuning in tonight. It was a great show. Had a great time. To our mods out there, you guys are always killing it. And we love our viewers. So you guys stay happy, stay healthy, stay safe. And we will see you on the next one, Mr. Tucci.
Yeah, yes, indeed. And so, Sebastian, your friends call you Seb, or people call you Seb?
Yeah, they do. Yeah, a lot. In England, I was always Seb, and then in America, it was like Seb, Sebastian. Okay, but yeah, Seb. Yeah, definitely Seb is the move for sure.
Thanks for coming on, Seb. Thank you so much.
Thanks for coming on, Seb.
Thanks for having me, guys.
Peace.
Thanks for having me.
Bye, guys. Thanks. Bye.
Hey everyone. Thank you for joining us on POPXP. If you haven't already, make sure to click that subscribe button and also click the bell for notifications when we go live and we upload some awesome new content. Also, don't forget to head on over to Twitter and follow us at the POPXP and over on Instagram at the POPXP. Thanks again, everyone, and we'll see you soon.